Go ahead.
The name of the play is called La Madre, meaning mother, and you'll see the point in a minute. On a screen on stage, video of the planet Earth comes up on screen. Various shots of the Earth's surface fade one into the next, while the following quote scrolls on screen over the top of the visual images. A man's voice recites the quote as it appears on screen. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. Genesis 1:28. A young woman is seated down left in a love seat. Her husband sits next to her with a baby on his shoulder. She is breastfeeding the other twin.
Well, moms make the world go around, don't they? It's taking care of little ones and nurturing them. Very simple. It's very straightforward, right? You have a family, you take care of the people around you and nurture them. What do I want? What do I want from them? Oh, no regrets. No regrets. And to be happy, but really just no regrets. And to be independent beings. I mean, I'm still in that la-di-da, I'm a mom phase, you know? I've been a mom for a month and a week. Oh, I'm talking to the thing. You're okay. I mean, I would have been nice if my dad could have got to see them, but he knew they were coming, and he got a feel of them kicking before he passed. Oh yeah, we had some time at the hospital at Christmas, and he got to feel them kicking and stuff. And we did a Skype right before he passed, so we saw the belly, and he went, wow, and yeah, so that's a big belly. So, you know, awesome. And we went bowling to the baby.
Yeah, this is an awesome to the baby.
And we went bowling right after they were born. And we hit a bucket of golf balls. Golf balls right before they were born. And they still didn't want to come out. And the fact that they were full-term twins, yeah. We had a welcoming committee at the hospital at Brigham and Women's, which is something we were proud of. Out of tens of thousands of births, vaginal full-term twins is something that almost everyone who walked in the room said that they'd never seen before. And then we found out when we were there and we waited, there was another. It happened again. Yeah, after us or something. I hope that woman got the same amount of attention we did. That would be nice. Otherwise, I saw this happen last week. But the two sets of twins out of 10,000 or so. This is something. Is there something on the water? Must be. Twins in Massachusetts are very common, apparently. They cover IVF here. It's covered by insurance. So that's one of the big reasons. So most of them are on trips. I think a lot of it is. But what's funniest? What's my funniest mom story so far? What's my funniest mom story so far? Yeah. My husband being a human diaper, finally. It was number one. He's gotten some number two bypass on his shirt. Please let me or me thinking I already had the baby in bed. No, after the doctor says, we're leaving. The doctor says, for now, your job is easy. You need to feed babies in the next few weeks and soon. My husband has long held that women wake up to babies crying long before, even though I'm the deeper sleeper. So I thought that was very interesting. But the first few weeks, the way I internalized pain and cry was that I would dream that someone had brought me the baby, and so by the time I was waking up, I would would say, no, I already have the baby, or I would wake up looking for the baby in the bed. I mean, I would think that vividly. I should have a baby in my arms, but that made me convinced that I literally lost the baby under the cover, which is not a good feeling to wake up to. Do you get lost in the cover? No. They're out here. And then there's your favorite story of me getting pooped on.
Gonna poop in dynamo today.
Yeah, after I had told you about the pooping after the pooping had slowed down.
The screen comes down and plays either of the following video links or one like it. And the video link goes to the nuclear power plant in Japan and the radiation disaster. So we see that video and the news footage of radioactivity coming over to California. Then after that video plays, the screen disappears, and we see another mother on a couch, down center, breastfeeding a toddler. There is a basket of unfolded laundry on the opposite end of the couch. Separated piles of previously folded laundry lay on top of the back of the couch. And I'll read that. My most difficult trial as a mother is not losing myself into motherhood, to maintain a certain sense of autonomy as my own individual person who still has needs and dreams and desires that are my own, that aren't wrapped up in my children or who they are or what I want for them, while still being fully present for my children. Because being a mother is, above anything else, it's an act of sacrifice. And you become a sacrificial lamb for your body, which is really a fetus of a parasite. I'm sorry, that's not romantic, but they are parasitic in nature. So you relinquish your body to this being. And then once they're born, nature intends for you to sustain that, being still for, even though they are outside of your body for, a good while after they're born. And newborns, they are dependent 24/7. There's no rest for the weary. And even as they grow older, they may learn to need you less, but at the end of the day, when there is a trial, we all want our mothers, So, as soon as you become a mother, there is always a part of you that is in service to something else, that is not yours anymore. Because I really found it difficult to balance nurturing my own self, in part so that I can be a better mother, but also so that I don't lose myself into that abyss. Then there's the day-to-day. I mean, that's kind of big. That's like, right now my life's work is to be an autonomous person and to be a good example, particularly for my daughter. And for my son, looking down at the because he needs to learn how to live, well, that's very heteronormative. He may choose to live with a woman one day. So in general, just in relationships, to show them healthy, functional relationships that are not codependent, where someone's self-worth is not tied to, whether or not you're making the bed correctly or whatever. So Madison, with the sheets, and she points to the laundry. Big trial? Learning to articulate that I have needs of people around me, learning to carve out the time to just say, whether it's brushing my teeth or, eating, that I have to have time to nurture my own spirit. I found that time is typically on my yoga mat. My practice is important to refueling my being, not just physically, but, spiritually, emotionally. Because the lessons that I learn in my physical practice can come into my parenting, whether it's patience, waiting for a posture, for my body to become ready for a particular posture, whether it's, enjoying the journey, whether it's gritting my teeth and dealing with discomfort or fear or whatnot. I've learned that there are some things that I've put on the back burner for now. Well, like my sport, she says, regret. And that is as close to a regret as I ever let myself get to. That was an enormous part of me that I couldn't figure out how to balance. Having that be part of my life while I was actively parenting small children. And those were choices that I made, and I own them, but it's difficult and it's bittersweet. But I know that, one day when they're older, that's something that I'll be able to return to. Because whoever says that you can have it all is a liar. You can have it all, but not at the same time. Yeah, it's just not possible to have everything you want, To have your passions and your career and be fully present, active, parent, all in the same time frame. And to do each one presently and fully and not get lost. Just to not do them shittily, frankly. If you want to try and do it all at once, you're going to do something really badly. And some people make that choice, and that's their choice. But my choice is to try to be present in my life and in my kids' life. Bella? Oh, yeah. And yes, last year when I noticed in her chest in here, and I could start to see some cellulite, my rational mind, my cerebral mind knew that just like when she was a toddler, kids fill out before they shoot up. But she's kind of been getting rounder and rounder, and I hadn't seen any inclination that she was starting to grow up. And because obesity is prevalent in our society, there is still a lot of fat phobia in obese society because we're, promiscuous Puritans. We're hypocrites. I don't want her to be the chubby kid in class. My best friend growing up was the chubby kid until she got a serious case of anemia and got popular when she was in. I don't want that for her. The toddler gets up and runs away. But I also don't want to give her a complex about her weight or her body. I remember my mother was always, on a diet or eating nothing but lettuce or just had a dysfunctional relationship with food. I had a serious eating disorder. It's like alcoholism. You never get away from it. You learn to manage, but it's always in the back of my mind. So I didn't want to start burdening her with, how am I going to control my life through food? So we focused just a lot on making sure that she was playing actively, making sure that what is in our house are foods that are burning fuel. Food is fuel. Food can be a celebration of nature's bounty. We've moved almost fully away from packaged food. There's really only, the only things in packages are tortilla chips that I just really don't know how to make. But we started canning. I made her very active in that. When we would go to our farm share, having her choose which vegetables she wanted to bring home, that definitely makes her an active participant in what she chooses to nourish her body with, and just talking about our bodies being that it's not about how fat or skinny you are, it's about being an athlete and her body being finely tuned. And so, it's not about being skinny so that you look pretty. I still hear her say, oh, my thighs look slim today. And I don't know where she's heard that. But it's there. It's in our culture. It's in the kids around her. Do I love that when I carry an extra 10 pounds and the cellulite in my journal bag? No. But to hear my daughter say that bothers the hell out of me because she's just, she doesn't even know why she's supposed to be worried about it, but she is. Or is she just parroting it? I don't know. I don't know if it's just stuff that she's repeating because she's heard it. It is scary. And it feels like they grow up very fast. Nicholas? Yeah. Well, as a meditative practice, I try to find as much compassion for him as I can. I've mainly gotten beyond angry. I still am very bewildered about the choices that he made, but mainly, most of my feelings towards him is pity. She's a really fantastic kid. He really did have an opportunity to be an active part of her life, and at least until she's an adult and she can make her, I mean, not a legal adult, but old enough that she can make those choices of, she really doesn't give a damn. And I don't know if that's good or not. Honestly, I don't know. She's not hurting over it. I don't know that she knows enough yet about what happened to understand what abandonment is and to understand the choices that he made instead of her. I do know that she identifies very strongly as an older sister and is proud of being a good older sister to her brother. And I know that she wants to be able to be a good older sister to her other little sisters that she says. She talks about that. And when she says, I want to go to Ohio, it is to visit her sisters and her Leah, not to go visit me. The connections were with her siblings. I mean, I definitely, there are things that I still work through, like the fact that my first Mother's Day was not with my child. And that is still, I kind of sat with that a little bit yesterday, actually. I was trying to figure out why in the morning when I didn't get breakfast in bed, and I was reading about on Facebook that everyone else had gotten breakfast in bed, and why when I had gone out to work and when I came home, the house was still a mess. Why it hurt me, and why it made me mad, because I think because that first Mother's Day just really put this hands on her heart. I want that. I need that, right? Validation, I was angry. My anger with my brother now was that I am not allowed to say to my mother and to my mother-in-law, sorry, this Mother's Day is all mine. Because, my husband and I are not allowed to just be with our children. Even though it's hard sometimes, and even though I want to just say something